Happy Thursday. I got nothing. Happy Thursday. Thursday night coffee. Smooth. So tonight, I've had some things on my mind that I wanted to talk about, and I have a couple notes here, so because memory and stuff. I've made a couple social media comments involving teachers. One of them being that if you're a teacher and your students know your political affiliation, you failed as a teacher, and I believe that 100% wholeheartedly. It is your job to help teach children to think for themselves. It is not your job to tell them what to think. And I have had a conversation with a person who is a current teacher who made a comment to me face to face about that. And her statement was, if we don't tell them how to think, they'll do something foolish like vote an orange guy into office. Not a direct quote, paraphrasing, of course. But basically, that's what was said. And when I tried to defend by saying it is her job to teach the children to think for themselves, not to tell them what to think. Of course, the conversation abruptly ended because I was racist and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I'm what's wrong with the world today. So, and that's how, unfortunately, a lot of conversations go nowadays. If you don't see the point of view that they see, or they want to see, or they want to make, well, you're racist, and statues make me cry, and they run away. So, and I have family members who are teachers. And I think that's why this was weighing on my mind. And it's not on, and teachers, believe me, teachers have a shit job, man. Because the kids that are coming around today are assholes. I mean, they're just flat out assholes. And that comes from home. That's because their parents are assholes or their parents are really lazy. And I'm sorry to put it that way, but a lot of kids are. They're just freaking jerks. And I wouldn't want to deal with them all day. That's for sure. So you guys already have a hard enough job. But in that job, trying to tell them how to think isn't your job. It's teaching them to think for themselves. Teaching them to do their own research. Teaching them that you can't take everyone's word for what it is. And this starts at home, too. This is on the parents. Too many parents want to decide for their kids. They're making their kids what they wanted to be or want to be or used to be. And they're not allowing the child or the kids, regardless of age, to make up their own minds and figure out life out on their own. So, your 3-year-old doesn't know it's transgender. Maybe it doesn't want to be, but you're forcing it down their throats. And I'm probably going to get flagged for that. Whew, man, I can already feel it. But point being, your child is supposed. Your job is to prepare your child for life as they grow up. Yes, they can still. They still need to be out there and doing child stuff by age, but you're not supposed to be forcing them to think the way you think. You instill in them a good thought process, right and wrong. Deciding right and wrong starts at home, but too many parents are putting that on the teachers. And that's another reason I say teaching is kind of a shit show right now because of the way kids are, because the at-home life is lacking so badly. And I get it. People work. I mean, it's at least where I live, it's hard to have a single income household. It's really tough. You need both parents working. Um, blame it on who you want. You can blame it on political parties, blame it on social status, blame it on race, whatever. It is what it is. Um, how do I fix it? How do you fix it? Or, oh, but just again, a thought. I'm not attacking the teachers I know, the teachers that are in my family. That's not my implication here. Um, but there's enough of them out there who are trying to teach what to think, not how to think. Um, and let's face it, the curriculum's changing. Um, the current administration narrative is really directing education in a path that meets their narrative. So it's hard enough to teach kids what the reality is. So, my hat's off to you. And it's not, the current plague is not making it any easier. I mean, how do you teach kids through a camera? I'm doing it now. I'm not teaching anybody though. I'm just talking to that little square thing over there. And hopefully someone will listen. Maybe. And now, speaking of the current plague, I've also been accused, again on social media, because I am kind of a smartass. I'm the guy with the memes. Yeah, it's me. Accused that said or implied that the current plague isn't real. It's freaking real. I know people have had it. I don't know anyone I haven't lost anyone from it, but people are dying from it, so they say. I mean, let's face it, when you get in a head-on collision in a car accident and fly through the windshield but die of COVID, okay. Yeah, it's... Damn it, I said the word, didn't I? But anyway, the plague is real. It's out there. People are getting sick, and most people are recovering. Again, 99.96 recovery rate. Doesn't mean to take it lightly, because complications are happening. It's proven every day. But I don't think I ever actually made the implication or made the statement that it's not real, because it's most certainly real. I have not been diagnosed with it. I've been fortunate the last 2 years. I have not been sick at all. Last time I was diagnosed with even the flu was winter of 2019, if I'm not mistaken. It was influenza A. So I've been fortunate. I try to be as healthy as possible. And I'm a bit of an introvert, so it's not like I'm out licking doorknobs and kissing ass anyway. But anyway, so I've been lucky. Mrs. Grease hasn't been diagnosed with it either. Neither one of us are going to get the compliance prick. I know I'm not. She's, by her own accord, she is not. We're fairly healthy. Be it a blood type thing, because we're both O. She's negative, I'm positive. Okay. But we lead a pretty healthy lifestyle too. So again, we're not out there. We're not doing plane rides and stuff like that. I mean, we'll do the motorcycle rallies twice a year. But again, we're not wandering up and down Main Street, looking all the windows. You know, it's just it's a smart thing. Wash your freaking hands and keep them out of your mouth. But so yeah, we're not doing the compliance shot or the compliance prick, and I'm not saying COVID's not real. It is. But a quick story about that. Mrs. Grease was, she's been in the medical field, the admin portion of the medical field for ever. And coffee. As the compliance prick was being discussed more and more heavily amongst those in the medical industry, she decided it was time for her to part ways instead of being forced into something she wasn't interested in. And in the last few months, she has been doing the internet on your phone shopping thing where people will go on and they'll place their grocery order on the phone, and I'm not going to say the name of it. And then she'll get the order, go to the grocery store, shop it, bag it, and then drop it off on your front porch. And she was doing really well at it, and in fact, she was almost doing as well as she was when she was sitting at a desk punching keys. And recently, it's been declining. A lot of that decline has had a lot to do with what I believe the designer or owners of the program are hosing the shop people who are doing the shopping, the employees, if you will, but they call them the shoppers. So the commission they make is becoming less and less and less. When supplies aren't on the shelves, the mother company is having to refund to the customer, and they're penalizing the shopper for that. Penalizing. Sounds smart, huh? But so she's been shying away from it and trying different programs. In the meanwhile, she gets a phone call from a medical eye doctor office who wants to know if she's interested in doing an interview. And being an open-minded person, she of course takes the interview and goes on the interview and talks to the person for however long it is. They never once do they mention the compliance prick. And at the end of the interview, she asks, "Am I going to be forced to comply with the prick?" Yeah, and they said no. What we need is people to show up for work and just do their damn job. So when you see on the news, and I don't watch mainstream media news, so but I hear a lot of reports that there's a labor shortage. And a lot of the labor shortages, people are freaking lazy. Because the woman that interviewed her, they're like, we don't even care about that. We need someone to come in and do their damn job. Show up for work and do your job. That's what we need. So, a lot of, the hospitals and the big medical organizations, they're still all about the compliance. But it looks like a lot of the independent offices, and they've got three off the optical office she's working for. They actually have 3 locations, I think, maybe more, but 3. They're very blatant in the fact that we don't care. We have patients that aren't getting seen because we can't get people to come to work and do their damn job. So now she's back in the medical field, of course, and I think she's going as a tech now. But there's still going to be some admin to it also, and she's training. And they're not requiring the compliance prick. So jobs are out there. Don't tell me you can't find a job for any reason, because I know where I work, we're always looking for somebody to do something. But anyway, that's my short input for a rainy Thursday night. And it's a cold front coming through. Yeah. It's getting better and better outside. So get to do more outside stuff soon. And anyway, that's it for Thursday night. My Thursday night coffee. And throw me a thumbs up if you like the content. Maybe subscribe. And keep your eye on the horizon. And we'll see you next time.